love fostering the newborns. When you set kids up for success in the first couple of years of life, it pays dividends down the road. So I've been a foster mom for over 3 years on the North Shore, coming up on 4 years. And we decided to do this because we didn't feel our family was complete. We have 3 biological children, and we always saw our family with a 4th child. Instead of just stopping at 4, we now have 6. Baby G was diagnosed with NAS. We brought her home from the hospital. She was 4 weeks old. She was still going through some withdrawal, so we had to wean her off of a medication, which took place over the course of 2 weeks. There were some things that I experienced that I hadn't with my own children. Her need to be swaddled almost all the time because she would get overstimulated. She also had a very slow suck. A typical 4-ounce bottle should take a baby no more than 20 to 30 minutes at the max. Sometimes it was taking 2 hours to do 4 ounces. We also had to bounce her a lot and also wear her a lot. She was happiest when she was in a front carrier on us. We also self-referred to early intervention, so we had to come out as soon as possible to get services started with her. We had her in our home for 6 months, and then she was able to be reunited with her parents, who we are still in contact with, and they're doing beautifully with her. And this summer she'll celebrate her 4th birthday. They've actually asked us to be her godparents. We had a little girl that came to us at 7.5 weeks old who was substance exposed during mom's pregnancy. When we got her, she was sleeping through the night, and she was a pretty good eater, a little sloppy. She would dribble out of the side of her mouth. She's hit all her milestones. She is typically developing. She's still in our home. She's 3 now. The only thing that we saw was around 2 years old, she started to develop a lot of anxiety. She started to have some emotional outbursts that we hadn't experienced before. So we brought a beautiful baby boy home at 36 days old from the hospital. He was also Neonatal Abstinence Syndrome diagnosis. He still is quite delayed. He's come very far. He took longer to roll over, took longer to crawl. He's just starting to walk now at almost 17 months. We're still working on language. He's definitely verbally delayed. So early intervention has been a huge asset to us because he gets occupational therapy twice a week. We also sought out outpatient physical therapy, which he receives once a week. He has the most incredible personality. His smile lights up a room. His giggle, you can't help but laugh with him because it's such a beautiful, perfect little laugh. Any child with any type of diagnosis, it's just a diagnosis. It doesn't mean that they're going to be held back in any way by it, because he could have a diagnosis and receive plenty of services and have no signs of it in years to come. Fostering is a family decision, and it's become a family affair. So it's all hands on deck. Any child that comes into my home, I treat them like they're my own. There's no difference in how I treat my biological children and my foster children. It's hard, but we're called to do hard things, and we're called to attach to these children. Taking a newborn in and for them to have a healthy attachment to a loving, caring individual or individuals is so important, setting them up for success for the rest of their life.